Scene script. Have you ever wondered about the current state of our planet? Our home, Earth, is under threat. The air we breathe, the water we drink, and the soil that nourishes our food, all are being poisoned by pollution. And the culprit? Human activity. Uncontrolled industrialization, reckless burning of fossil fuels, and rampant deforestation are just a few of the ways we're wreaking havoc on our environment. From the bustling streets of Dhaka, Bangladesh, where the air is the most toxic in the world, to the sacred Ganges River in India, now choked with industrial waste and sewage, the impact of pollution is everywhere. It's no longer just an issue for the environmentalists among us, but a crisis that affects us all, threatening our health, our livelihoods, and our future. China, the Asian giant, is battling severe air pollution. Thanks to its enormous industry and countless vehicles, cities like Beijing and Shanghai are choking under the weight of this environmental catastrophe. Then there's Pakistan, where the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation have led to alarmingly poor air quality. Lahore, the country's second-largest city, now holds the dubious distinction of having the second most polluted air in the world. The situation is no better in Nigeria, where oil exploitation and natural gas burning have ravaged the Niger Delta's ecosystem. The local population is plagued by severe health issues due to air and water pollution. Similarly, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, illegal mining and deforestation have wreaked havoc, contaminating rivers with heavy metals and causing respiratory diseases. And the list goes on. Ethiopia, Indonesia, Myanmar, Mexico, each grappling with their unique pollution problems, each paying a high price for our collective neglect. Today on Earth Revealed, we'll expose the most polluted countries on the planet, exploring the causes and dire consequences of this scourge. We'll delve into the heart of these environmental hells, shedding light on the urgent need for change. This is not just about countries or governments, it's about us, about our responsibility to the only home we have. So stay tuned as we embark on this eye-opening journey. At number 1, we have Bangladesh, a country where the environment is seemingly in a constant state of crisis. Bangladesh, densely populated, is grappling with the harsh realities of uncontrolled industrialization. This rapid expansion of industries, without adequate environmental regulations, has led to a degradation of the country's natural resources. Air pollution, water contamination, soil erosion, these are just a few of the environmental issues that Bangladesh is facing. The rampant industrial growth, coupled with a lack of waste management systems, has resulted in pollutants being dumped into rivers and canals, poisoning the water sources. Smoke and dust from factories, along with vehicle emissions, have created a smoggy haze, polluting the air that the citizens breathe in every day. This has led to a grim reality. The air in Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh, is the most toxic in the world. A stark reminder of the devastating impact of unchecked industrialization on our environment. Moving on to number 2, we find ourselves in China. This Asian giant, with its colossal industry and countless vehicles, grapples with severe air pollution issues. Its rapid industrial growth has been a double-edged sword, propelling it to the forefront of the world's economies, yet leaving a trail of environmental degradation in its wake. The country's factories churn out goods for the global market, but also release a staggering amount of harmful pollutants into the atmosphere. Add to this the millions of vehicles on China's roads, each emitting its own share of toxic gases, and you begin to comprehend the scale of China's air pollution problem. This isn't just an abstract environmental issue, it's a crisis that affects the health and well-being of millions of people. The smog-filled skies of cities like Beijing and Shanghai are stark reminders of the toll that unchecked industrialization can take on our planet. Cities like Beijing and Shanghai are stark examples of the magnitude of the problem. At number 3, we arrive in India. This vibrant country, known for its rich culture and history, is also recognized for something far less charming: pollution. This is largely due to uncontrolled economic growth. As one of the world's fastest-growing economies, India is in a race for industrialization, often at the expense of its environment. The repercussions of this unchecked development are clear, particularly in the nation's waterways. Take the Ganges River, for instance. Once a symbol of purity and life, it has become a startling representation of the country's environmental problems. Each day, factories along its banks dump tons of industrial waste directly into its waters. Add to this the millions of liters of untreated sewage from cities that find their way into the river. The result? A toxic cocktail that poses a serious health risk to millions of people. Regarded as sacred by Hindus, the Ganges River is now riddled with industrial waste and sewage. Next up at number 4, we have Pakistan. In this nation, the environment is under threat due to two main culprits: the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation. The reliance on fossil fuels for energy, particularly in urban areas, has resulted in the release of a myriad of pollutants into the air, severely degrading its quality. Deforestation, on the other hand, has had a devastating impact on Pakistan's natural landscape. The extensive loss of green cover has not only disrupted local ecosystems, but also significantly reduced the ability of nature to absorb carbon dioxide, further exacerbating the air pollution issue. These two factors have created a perfect storm of environmental degradation in Pakistan, leading to some of the worst air quality in the world. The city of Lahore serves as a disheartening testament to this, as it holds the grim record for the world's second most polluted air. At number 5, we find ourselves in Nigeria. This West African nation is rich in natural resources, but this wealth comes at a high environmental cost. The Niger Delta, a region once teeming with diverse flora and fauna, now bears the scars of extensive oil exploitation and the burning of natural gas. Over the years, the relentless quest for black gold has resulted in countless oil spills, contaminating the delta's waterways and soil. Coupled with the flaring of natural gas, a byproduct of oil extraction, the environment has been dealt a double blow. Not only does this practice release tons of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, it also creates a sooty, toxic cloud that looms over the region. The environmental devastation has a direct human toll. The local population, dependent on the delta for their livelihood, now grapples with tainted water and polluted air. The result? Severe health problems, from respiratory issues to skin diseases. The local population suffers severe health problems due to air and water pollution. The pollution of our planet has devastating impacts. It's not just about the dirty air we breathe or the polluted water that threatens our aquatic life. It's about the very fabric of life itself. Pollution is a silent killer, creeping into our lives in ways we might not immediately notice. It's responsible for a myriad of health problems, from respiratory diseases to cardiovascular issues, even cancer. Our agriculture is also suffering. Crops are withering, unable to withstand the onslaught of harmful substances in the air, water, and soil. The food we eat, the very sustenance of life, is at risk. And let's not forget about our fellow Earth dwellers, the countless species of animals and plants that make up our world's rich biodiversity. They, too, are victims of our pollution. Their habitats are being destroyed, their numbers dwindling, and some are even facing the harsh reality of extinction. The climate, the very thing that dictates the weather patterns and seasons, is also at the mercy of pollution. Greenhouse gases trap heat in the atmosphere, leading to a warming planet. This global warming, in turn, leads to more intense weather events, rising sea levels, and a host of other issues. But it's not all doom and gloom. We can turn things around. It starts with you and me. Adopting sustainable habits like using public transportation, recycling, and cutting down on our energy consumption can make a real difference. But we can't do it alone. We need to push for stricter environmental policies. Governments need to step up and implement measures to curb pollution. Businesses need to be held accountable for their environmental impact. We need to remember that this is not just about us. It's about future generations. It's about ensuring they inherit a planet that's healthy and thriving, not one that's gasping for breath. It's time for us all to take action to protect our planet. We need to rise to the occasion for the sake of our home, our only home, Earth. Because if we don't, who will? Earth is our only home, and we have a responsibility to protect it. This isn't just about the 10 most polluted countries we've discussed. This is about the very fabric of our existence, the air we breathe, the water we drink, the soil that grows our food. These are universal concerns, and the urgency cannot be overstated. But let's not lose hope. Yes, the issue is severe, but it's not insurmountable. We can turn the tide. We can create a world where industries thrive without poisoning our planet, where economic growth does not come at the expense of our health and well-being. Each one of us has a role to play. From adopting sustainable habits to demanding more from our governments and corporations, every action counts. Together, we can make a difference. We must act now to prevent a future where pollution is irreversible. Stay tuned for more Earth Revealed as we continue to explore the planet's environmental challenges and seek solutions for a more sustainable future.